If I asked you to think of a racket sport, the first one that probably comes to mind is almost certainly tennis. But in recent years, you may have noticed two challengers emerging: pickleball and padel. Now, both sports were created in the 1960s, and both remained relatively niche for half a century. But their socially distant nature saw a spike in popularity during the COVID-19 pandemic that has shown no signs of slowing down. In 2024, pickleball was confirmed as America's fastest growing sport for the fourth year running. And in Spain, the country of Rafael Nadal and Carlos Alcaraz, there are now more padel players than tennis players. The growth has been so fast that Novak Djokovic has suggested that tennis is in danger of being overtaken at club level if it doesn't act quickly. But why are padel and pickleball such a threat? And could they actually replace tennis as the biggest racket sport in the world? And to understand why pickleball and padel are viewed as such a threat, it's worth looking at how they differ from tennis. Padel courts are surrounded by glass that the ball can bounce off before a player returns it, while pickleball courts are open but contain a no-volley zone near the net, known as the kitchen. Padel is played with a smaller ball to tennis, while pickleball is played with a plastic perforated ball. Both sports have slightly lower nets than tennis and use solid, stringless paddles that emphasize control and precision as opposed to the power and spin of tennis rackets. This means that newcomers reach a level where they're competing in long rallies quite quickly, which is one of the reasons that they've taken off so rapidly. And the ease with which these sports can be picked up has seen their increase in popularity among young people too. Pickleball in particular was viewed as a sport for the elderly, but in 2023, players aged 24 to 35 made up the largest bracket of participants, while 46% of padel players in the same year were under the age of 26. You see, the demand for these sports has also been helped by a number of celebrities who've taken an interest. Jamie Foxx, Andre Agassi, and Khloe Kardashian are among the many famous names to have picked up pickleball. While padel is so popular among Premier League footballers that now Spurs manager Thomas Frank had a court installed at the Brentford training ground when he was manager there. Even more crucial in the sport's rise, though, is the fact that they are played on smaller courts than tennis. You can fit about 3 padel courts and 4 pickleball courts inside the space of one tennis court. So, from a practical point of view, this means that if a land developer is looking at building a racket sports club, they can get 3 or 4 times as many pickleball courts in the same space as they could put one tennis court. And when you consider that most pickleball players play doubles, that's potentially 14 more customers than if they were to build a tennis court. So this profitability, combined with popularity, has seen a massive spike in pickleball courts around the globe. As of July 2025, there are 68,458 pickleball courts around the world, and 18,455 of those were built in 2024. But this hasn't just come from new facilities. Many tennis clubs are converting their courts to pickleball, leading to what some have called a war between players of the two sports. Martina Navratilova took to Twitter in 2022 to say that pickleball should build their own courts, while the city of San Diego appointed a park management specialist to mediate the land disputes between tennis and pickleball players. This type of conversion has been largely restricted to North America, but in Europe and South America, there's a similar battle with padel. You see, in 2022, it was estimated that 1/8 of global padel courts were in Argentina, while in 2025, a plan to convert tennis courts built for the London 2012 Olympics into padel courts was only shelved after objections from tennis players. This rapid expansion of facilities in many ways mimics tennis's own rise. The first tennis club opened in Britain in 1872, and by the 1930s there were 3,000 of them. France experienced a similar boom, while in America the surge didn't come until the 1970s, when the number of tennis courts being built doubled every year from 1972 to 1975. But for all their expansion at club level, do padel and pickleball really stand a chance of usurping tennis at a professional level? Well, Major League Pickleball has attracted investment from the likes of Tom Brady, Naomi Osaka, and LeBron James, and has been broadcast on networks like ESPN, CBS, and Fox. Some tennis players, such as former women's number 5 Eugenie Bouchard and former men's number 8 Jack Sock, have also begun playing pickleball professionally instead. Premier Padel, meanwhile, has been shown on Sky and TNT Sports and has attracted funding from Qatar Sports Investments. Its Paris major will also be held at Roland Garros Stadium, the home of tennis's French Open. But the prestige and history of tennis mean neither sport are likely to overtake it at pro level anytime soon. The Grand Slam tournaments are still some of the most watched sporting events in the world, and the money involved in professional tennis means it remains much more attractive for aspiring players. Ben Johns, the highest paid pickleball player in the world, earned $2.5 million in 2024, including endorsements, while men's tennis number one Jannik Sinner earned $26.6 million, just from tournament prize money alone. However, at the grassroots level, tennis no longer has the unchallenged dominance that it once did. Pickleball and padel seem unlikely to replace tennis, but their profitability and growing demand mean that the three sports could reach participation levels alongside each other pretty soon.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. The Athletic is home to the best team of sports writers, reporters, and analysts in the world, offering exclusive stories and unrivaled insight.